Welcome on in. My voice might have changed a bit. I did mess around with the settings, so now whenever I go, it doesn't like cap out my mic. So I hope that sounds better. If not, I apologize. But yeah, 2 streams in a row, so that's a big change. I think me doing it yesterday kind of kick-started my whole system again, so we'll see how that goes. I also need to get back to working out, so we'll try that tomorrow. I usually do like 3 sets of 6 push-ups, and then a few sit-ups, then a few probably add lunges, and then what is it called? Squats. So I'm gonna start doing that again. Just because that's kind of run out of my system. Or my schedule of doing that normally. Like I said before, if anyone's seen any of my posts or if they've seen any of my posts talking about like, oh, I just started a new job. Yeah, I started a new job working at, I don't know if I want to say where I'm working. I mean, I don't think it matters. I'm working at Best Buy now, which is interesting. For one, I'm not very much of a people person in general. So it's just growing pains, I suppose. It's not that bad. Though for some reason my family keeps being like, "Oh, see, you can work with people. You're fine working with people. You just need to practice." And it's like I know how to work with people. I've been doing it for years now. I've worked as a security guard. Like I oftentimes joke with them and say like, "Hey, the reason why I like security is that I don't got to be nice to people and I can just be as much of a dickhead as I need to be to get them to do whatever I need them to do." Like I'm not being paid to be nice to them, I'm paid to enforce rules, and if they don't like those rules, I can give them a card and tell them, here, contact this number then. So I feel like my family thinks that I'm for some reason like incapable of working like a retail job. Like I didn't want to work a retail job just because I've heard the horror stories of retail jobs and I'm not I'm not excited to see what's going to happen in the future, especially with Christmas coming around the corner, or it's just around the corner, as well as Black Friday, which I mean, just with like Pokemon, because we get Pokemon stuff, I think every so often, and oh god, the Pokemon people. I don't know if all of them are scalpers or not, but oh god, they're just so much. They're just so much. I can't explain how much of an annoyance they are. Because every 5 minutes is always, do you guys have Pokemon cards? Do you guys have Pokemon cards? Do you guys have Pokemon cards? On the day that we had them, and it's like, no, we don't have any more Pokemon cards. And then they're like, can you check in the back? No, I can't check in the back. We have no Pokemon cards. And I've said this to them 5 times before. I even said it when they're like, right when they come up to me, it's like, right when they ask first time, it's like, do you guys have Pokemon cards? No. Then they ask 3 more fucking times. And I'm just like, we do not have Pokemon cards. Please fucking leave. Please fucking leave. Next time you ask, I'm kicking you out of this fucking place. Even though I don't have the ability to do that as a non-security guard, I will find a way to do it. Yeah. But with that schedule being more random, it seems like it's been more stable as of recently. Like I've been getting weekends off, which is shocking because I have never gotten weekends off at all. Like I've never had weekends off at any job I've worked at. So it's interesting to say the least. But we'll see how that goes. Getting a good amount of hours and getting good pay. I think it's like $18 an hour. 18.50 maybe. About 18.50. It was $8.50 an hour. Working anywhere from like 20 to 30 hours a week, which isn't fantastic. like if I was living on my own, it would be kind of a rougher time. But I've kind of set up my. You might have heard me talk about like my current financial state, living at home. I'm really not good at like keeping up the like illusion or the what would it be called what's the wrestling term for keeping up an illusion or keeping up the act? The Kofi, something. I need to ask a wrestling person because I don't know anything about wrestling. My only experience with wrestling is I think years back I had was it I had I played WWE something or other years ago. And I think I had a friend who was into it, or not a friend. I had a cousin who was into it, which again that was years ago. I'd never kept up with any of the wrestling stuff. Um, it looks like my audio is actually doing a hell of a lot better. Like right now, there's nothing in the back, which I don't know if did I add like a filter that I forgot to turn off. Yeah, there's a noise suppression filter. I might keep that on to see how that goes. I'll keep that going to see how it runs in the VODs because I normally listen to the VODs, not a lot because the sound of my own voice gives me a lot of distress. So we'll see how that goes. Just gotta figure some noise suppression might be nice, but I think I'll only do it for like a little bit. Like this first talking segment, I will do it for, but after that, no. What else has been happening? Now that I'm not as emotionally raw as I was yesterday, I will admit that I was not in a good headspace. I think I've gotten better. I've vented a bit from on a Discord that I frequent anonymously. So if you do find me and you make the connection that it's me, don't say it, please. There's a reason why I decided to do it anonymously. Of course, I say it anonymously, but then I talked about like all my points before, like on stream. So I don't know how anonymous that could be. I don't know. But I've come to a few decisions, and I don't know if they're good decisions. I don't know if they're bad decisions for the future, but I think they're decisions that will help me grow and be a better person and be in a better mental space in the future. So I hope that my decisions are good. They're not good. I don't think there's no such thing as there are bad decisions. There's no such thing as a wrong decision. Like there's always situations where this decision is a good one, which is rare. And if you want to do the whole context of everything, but yeah, I think I'm in a better place. Well, not really a better mindset for right now. We'll see how that works in the future. What was it? I think last time I streamed, or the time before the last I streamed, I talked about commissioning someone named Late Customer or Gwen to do my PNGs, so I don't have the Etsy ones that I have now. What was that? I think they just they're finishing up doing stuff. We're doing like a full ref sheet for someone, so I'll probably be commissioning him soon. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I just want it to be I hope it to be before not Thanksgiving, before Halloween, because I have a few things planned for the month of October. One of them is playing Subnautica, which for those who don't know, I am horrified of deep ocean, as the stream announcement said. And Subnautica is one of my biggest fears of being in an ocean planet where there's nothing but ocean. Oh god, that's fucking horrifying to me. Like, I would rather be anywhere. I would rather be on a planet where there's no water than to be on a planet that is just water. But then I would probably die of dehydration. I'd rather be on a desert planet. I'd rather be on Arrakis than being on being in Subnautica, because while yes, the danger's still there of a very large animal coming up and like eating me. For some reason, Subnautica, the idea of water all around me and my vision being down to like a very small area is horrifying to me, because this is the whole thing of lassophobia. It's the fear of being, for me, it's a fear of, it's not visual. It's a fear of being somewhere and I don't, like, I'm surrounded by darkness. Like, I don't feel a bottom. I don't feel anything. And it's just black all around me. And I can only see like within like a very small area. That is horrifying to me. Like, if I was standing on the ground, that's better, but not by much. I would at least know that the floor is okay. If I was suspended, I would be horrified. If I had a ceiling but no bottom, that would be worse. But side to side, nothing being like, can't see anything from side to side, but I can see the top and bottom, or the top and bottom are very close to me. I wouldn't mind that. Lassophobia is a weird fear. I'm also arachnophobic, which arachnophobia for me, I don't know exactly why. It's because I've seen others like spider creatures that I actually love the look of. I love them, but something about like, I don't know what it is about arachnids that freak me out so much. I should probably get into the game so I can actually start talking about this and actually play the game. And I will pause my music, because the music here is fantastic. Turn off studio mode. There we go. Alright. But arachnophobia for me is an interesting thing, or an interesting monster that hides under my bed. Because I've seen, like, I think Monster Hunter has... It's my cabin. Oh. Enhance. Chance to not reduce fishing stock when with a fishing rod. Oh, fancy. Yeah, in Monster Hunter, I know one of them is the Lala ballerina. It's pretty much the ballerina spider. That thing doesn't give me any arachnophobia, and neither does the other big spider in the base game. But the ouch. This is oceanic, isn't it? Oh, I can't fish it. No, that's going off that. Definitely sharp teeth with chunks of smaller fish lodged between. A hunger in its eyes. That's not fun. Yeah, the Lala Barina or something like that doesn't give me any or not arachnophobia. The what is it called? I don't remember the other ones. The one that like drapes like skins of other monsters onto it. That one doesn't give me any arachnophobia, but its little like babies that are around it give me arachnophobia. I couldn't tell you why. Damage your hull. Okay. Lightkeeper. She eyes you suspiciously. There's a spot near the back of Greater Marrow where the current carries wrecks from the sea. Some nights you can see an unnatural glow rising from the pitch dark water. You can't imagine what's down in the deep. So if you're looking for what I think you're looking for, it's best you move on. Thanks, old woman. You see a lot from up here, you know. I saw an ill-fated boat return, and I choose to look the other way. I watched a natural glow flicker from those windows. Whatever you've planned, I hope you know what you're doing out there. Have you heard of any strange things happening? I see plenty of strange things from atop the lighthouse. Sometimes I don't know whether or not I can trust my own eyes. She holds the lantern up so that it shines brightly into your face. Are you really standing here in front of me, or is that just another fog trick? Didn't know the fog can copy people. You know it can do rocks. Didn't know it could do people. Builder. You approach a woman sitting on the dockside, staring out at the sea. She turns to you. What's it like out there? Peaceful? Difficult? I don't want to talk about it. I'm gonna say difficult. Gotta be a damn sight better than this bloody town. I think I just need to get away for a while. Maybe not come back. Going backwards is a mistake, don't you think? You should always keep moving forward, moving along. I can't go back. She gazes out and see again, lost in thought. Say, if you find me some materials, maybe I can help you. Maybe you can help move. I mean, really move. There's an island I've heard about, Steelport. Steelport just to the north. 2 units of lumber, 2 units of scrap is all I need. I can make a new place for myself. Up there. You'd be welcome to visit too. Just stack it up at Steelport, and when you have anything, I'll pay you when the job is done. Thanks, lady. Search for relics. Strange place indeed. Fishman, have you run into a photographer on your travels? He's docked here a few days ago. He docked here a few days ago for supplies. I suggest that she take some pictures of the town for promotional purposes, but she didn't seem too interested. She mentioned she was heading south. Perhaps you should introduce yourself. South. South would be down here. Now let's dredge this over here. I do know the ending of this game. I just really like how peaceful it is. Needed. That was fast. No. Man, I love the sound of this game. Shame I don't like fishing. Or shame I'm stupidly afraid of the ocean. Growing. Post the opening was growing. Glowing shapes flicker and squirm behind the distended rib cage. The rest of the fish is withered and drained. That's another thing. Was I have what you would call a parasite kink. Thing is, I am horrified by parasites in real life. Which is fair. Another one. Which is fair. Parasites in real life are horrifying and something you don't want. It's just strange that that you can both have a kink of something and be horrified of something. Of that same exact thing. That's what I find interesting. Like another interesting thing is like the predator-prey relationship or kind of kink. So I know for a fact a lot of people would not be okay with being what's this? Lighthouse towers above the waves, crashing endlessly against the pillarous rocks below. All creatures, human or otherwise, would have their brittle bones broken, thrown at its feet. You ponder the intricacies or intrinsic power of this structure, a vast column of stone, bouldering the responsibility of count. How long will it stand? How long until it decays into ruin? Its purpose? Exhausted? Is it exhausted? The lighthouse towers above. Oh, I forgot to turn off a filter. That's her music. Where's my mic? There we go. Filters. Noise gate. Let's turn that off. Huh. That should be fine. I think the game covers up that, so it's fine. I find kinks to be very interesting in how they form. Just in general. It's because there's really no reason for us to have certain kinks. Like, for instance, breeding kinks. Like, I've talked to a lot of people, and even I have that kink, and I don't want kids. I've never wanted kids in general. I've always thought if I ever want to have kids, I'd rather adopt than birth them into this world. And that might be my pessimism rearing its head of being like, that might be my pessimism rearing its head of being like, what's the point? But being like, I don't want to bring someone into this world just for them to be in this world. I'd rather, yeah, I don't know how to put that. I suppose it stems from the feeling of me feeling like I wouldn't be a good parent to anyone. So why would I? That's coastal, that's shallow. This one does both? Coastal and shallow, yeah. I can buy this, right? I can. So I'll sell that. Yeah, but I find kinks to be an interesting subject of, or a subject of interest that I think should be looked into more. Like, I know there's an aspect of trauma that comes with most kinks, like someone who may have had at least it's a theory, it's not even a theory, it's like the theme of someone like having a rough childhood or having problems with their mother figure and having a mommy kink. Like, isn't that the whole what would it be? It's not myth. What would you call it? Myth wouldn't be the right word. Stereotype. That's a stereotype. Or someone who has like a rocky relationship with their father has like a father kink. I've always just found that kind of interesting, why people think that and why that's become a thing. Well, I can get why that's become a thing. I just don't see I never saw what people thought of that being a thing. Like, where'd that conclusion come from? Is there any merit to it? It's because, for all I know, it might. I don't personally have a mother or a mommy kink, nor a father kink. I suppose the right word would be daddy kink, but I really hate the word daddy in general. So I don't know. One day remaining. Yeah, I wouldn't know the reason behind that, or if there is a reason behind it, for me personally. I wouldn't know if there's any type of merit behind that. I mean, I suppose if you look at it logically, there obviously has to be some type of merit behind that, but looking into, like, how those types of stereotypes form, it would also be like, not saying, but it would be like, I suppose that'd be confirming the bias of stereotypes having some type of merit in fact. Which I don't believe there is a merit in most stereotypes. I think most of them are just made up hogwash that people, again, made up just to belittle or to make themselves feel more important. Or just to be mean to people. Like, certain stereotypes sure kind of make sense. Like I think when I was younger, I was talking to a teacher about these types of stereotypes and how there might be some merit behind them. And I was really young at the time. And I brought up the idea that Mexicans, I'm Mexican, or Latinos, Latinos eat a lot of beans. And the stereotype is Latinos eat a lot of beans. So there's some type of confirmation to that, yes, but it's just, I don't know. Now that I'm older, I obviously see that has some complicated ramifications and some not good ideas behind it, as something that I luckily skated by when I was younger. I have one final request. You've seen some fish around here can develop odd deformities. What do you think happens to a person that eats the flesh of one of these mutants? They get sick, they go mad. Well, perhaps. But I want to know for sure. Bring me a mutant fish. Anything will do. Keep it between the two of us. I was gonna say I have a fish for you, but that was in one of the later ones. Yeah, I realize now that that has some bad connotations, and I feel bad for that teacher who I said that to, and probably thought I'd grow up to be kind of a horrible person. I'm not, hopefully. I don't think I am. I like to think then that I'm a good person, but good is also relative in general. There's no way to confirm or deny someone's goodness, and goodness is always kind of a fallacy, I suppose. You enter a brightly lit shop. It's packed with antiques and shelves full of jewelry and other baubles. An old man peers at you with silver spectacles. Hello? No. I believe we've met. Forgive me. My eyes aren't what they used to be. I specialize in antiques, jewelry, and jewelry. I purchase any special trinkets you happen to have. Have you gotten anything nice with you today? Indeed I do. A fisherman. The fisherman. I thought you might stop by. Welcome to my humble studio. If you're wanting to experiment with some decorations, yes, I am the person to talk to. What sort of decorations? I can attach flags and bunting to add some style to your boat. I've designed here ready for you already that you might like. If you find others on your travels, bring them back to me and I can rig them up for you. Of course, I can also add a splash of color to your hull. I'm sorry that my selection of pigments is limited at the moment, though. He thinks for a short while. The other day, down by the shoreline, I saw a strange crab with the most striking, vibrant coloration. My knees aren't suited to climbing over rocks and chasing the crustaceans, you see, but you caught such a creature. Because there's a scrap of cloth and paper on his workbench, revealing a large pestle and mortar. Right binding ancient, and we can grind them together to add a new mixture. He turns to you, cunning plan formed in his mind. Fisherman, bring me some strange crabs, and we'll turn your vessel into a work of art. For now. What can I help you with today? Deliver flag. Paint boat. Roof. What color? Rusty red. Spearmint, deep blue, seaweed green. Next page. Maple orange, royal purple, golden treasure, black abyss. You have an orange? Maple orange, that works. Now I get you. Go with rusty red. Hello, is everything okay? Do you know any shipwrecks around here? Yes, you see my only son was lost at sea some years ago. He's still out there somewhere. One of those wrecks, alone, all alone, cold, dark water. The man is clearly trying his hardest to remain composed, but his tremors of grief rack his body. I was wondering. I notice you have some dredging equipment on your vessel. If you're able to retrieve any of his belongings from the wreck, I'd feel more at peace if his mementos were with me. He wore a bronze belt, special engraving, and specially engraved. I'd recognize anywhere. If there's a chance you can find it, I'd be in your debt. Anything else I can help you with? I don't get out a lot anymore. I don't see much of what goes on. But I remember an old mayor in his final days. What an awful sight it was. Screaming and throwing things. Throw it back, he would cry over and over. Begging anyone who would listen, howling to the winds. These days I almost feel like I understand. Anything else I can help you with? How's the dock work going? Now there's a few around east side of the island, and those are rotting away, but now I expect dash part. Poor souls keep hitting rocks and fog. I guess there's a blind spot back there where the lighthouse can't be seen. People can get turned around. What else can I help you with? Strange occurrences. I overheard travels some years ago sound pretty strange to me. Supposedly there's some 20 odd years ago a fisherman from these parts hauled up an old sealed casket from the seafloor. They pried it open, look what was inside for them. So at that very night, fog rolled in for the first time, and it had cloaked the seas every night since. That was an accursed casket nobody knowed. What was in the accursed casket? Nobody knows. All the crew laid eyes on it. Laid eyes on its contents, went mad or worse. This casket. The casket, the crew since disappeared without trace. But fog remains. Crazy stuff, huh? Anything else I can do for you? Old ruin? Doubt it. Let's see. You flick through a large logbook. It appears to be records of ship manifest. Thought so. Didn't even have a shipping address as far as I know. Nobody lives there. What else can I do for you? What's it like working for the docks? As changeable as the weather most days. It's pretty quiet. Pay's not too great, but the work's straightforward. Suits me to a T. It's good to get that a fresh sea breeze without actually being on the water, no offense. But I wouldn't go out there on the seas every day. Anything else I can do for you? Nope. Real quick, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Yeah, I'm gonna stretch my legs real quick. Enjoy the water. I'll be back in a moment. Be safe. And we're back. So recently I made something I'm calling the Jack's Jug, which is an entire bottle of wine, very bitter wine. It was very tannin forward. It was a Chevron Blanc or something like that. Chevron something or other. I don't care. It tasted horrible and it was just bad. But I took that and hibiscus tea, pretty concentrated hibiscus tea too, and some lemon juice with a little bit of sweetener. I think it was around, I want to say a half a cup of sweetener, sugar. Made that and it was, it's pretty damn good. I do wish that it was a little more, it didn't taste so diluted, and the alcohol content's not exactly the best. So what I've been doing is been adding, whenever I pour it out for myself, I usually add like gin or what was it? Tequila or something to it. This time I had tequila for the first time, and I kind of like it better with gin. So far that I've noticed. I think tequila is better with like a more fruity drink. Gin is better for a more tart drink. And vodka is just vodka. It goes with everything at this point. I haven't found anything that I want to put in whiskey or want whiskey to be in yet. I haven't experimented much with the whiskey. Yeah, I haven't experimented much with whiskey. The whiskey has kind of a tart, or not tart, it has more of a, what would you call it? It's more of a smoky expression, or smokier expression. So, I'm trying to think what would be good with like smoky, or to have that kind of smoky edge to it. I don't think fruit. Chocolate. Chocolate would do good. Whiskey and some type of chocolate or coffee. Yeah, those are kind of the primary mixes that whiskey goes into, isn't it? Nope. I think I'd probably like it in like, I don't know if I'd want it in like chocolate milk, but I think like a chocolate-y drink would do. Like Nestle Quick it'd probably do good in. But I don't know. I need to experiment, and whiskey is just kind of one of those things where I don't want to experiment too much with. I'll do it with like most wines. Fucking hell. Oh, great. I love being in darkness. Oh, no. No, you don't. Nope. Nope. No, thank you. I know what you are. Is everything okay? About that buckle. Good to be straight. Yes. Well, this is his. Thank you. Bless you. He returned him to me. Please take this. I have not any money. But I have this. That is better than money, my friend. Snag squid. Tasting tongues writhe wildly around a set of yellowed, crooked teeth. Top row now flattened like human molars. Hate that. You look exhausted. Not forget to sleep, are you? As always, as I always say, take frequent breaks is important. Is as important as being productive. That's actually good advice. Will I take it? No. Remember, any errant aberrant will suffice. Fishmonger takes the aberrant from you, clutches it close to his chest, writhing, bringing his hands around the slimy body. Yes, this should do nicely. Here's what the fish is worth. And why don't you take these two? No use to me. Do you hear that? Sounds like the faintest whispering. You listen. Silence. Stillness in the room. The fishmonger's hands begin to tremble. His face grows anguished. Please sell what you need and leave. I must deal with this creature quickly now. The fishmonger's door slams behind you. You hear the heavy scrape of a metal bar slide across it. I'm sure it'll be fine. No time for research. you books too low. Hmm. Thank you, thank you. To the dry docks. One metal, one that. Okay. 7 plus, 14 plus. $410. No, it's unfortunate. Do I want efficient, hardy, large? I kind of want a hardy. Yeah. We had a slight accident yesterday around the shallows at the back of the Greater Marrow. A rock seemingly appeared out of nowhere and struck the front of the boat. It did not penetrate the hull, but did jostle us around, and a few times fell. few times fell overboard into the water. We did not see what they were. And a few items fell overboard. We did not see what they were. Which is some concern, but we believe all important articles are accounted for. He had been checking over some notes from the boat renaming ceremony. He's paranoid and that he performed the steps incorrectly. I never knew him to be so superstitious. Oh well. Yeah, definitely like my jug with gin more. Blinding headache today. Did you come by yesterday? I don't recall. Anyways, what can I do for you? Take this fish. Can I repair this? I can. That's handy. Gross. Spine broken with sharp angles, crooked and curved.
They row teeth bend on revenge. A dotted, gill-bladed, dotted with eyeballs, superfluish, but scanning. Frantically, all eyes see right through you. That's nice. So it feels like I'm being a bit quiet. It's just this game's very nice just to relax to. There we go. We're full now. So the stone hums quietly, sending ripples through the air around it. Faint shapes in the distance upon its surface. Dance upon its surface and vanish before your eye. The cold stone does not respond to your touch. Rude. It's very rude, stone. Is a very large key. Let's see, any topics to talk about? That's a very big skeleton. Why is there such a big skeleton? There's a few things that I've been seeing grow over the days. One thing that I've seen a little bit of is, so I used to watch this guy called Tripitaka. He was a VA for Alistair and a lot of the Abridged series. He worked with, or he's partners with, what are the names? Team 4-Star. And from what I've heard, apparently he has some type of controversy going on with him. Apparently accusations were made. I don't know the exact accusations. So far what I've seen to be implied that he's abusive. Maybe. That's what I've kind of heard, but I have no clue. But I mean, I don't know. I feel bad for him just because it's having something like that happen to you. And if it is true, then fuck him, but I don't think so. I don't know. To be fair, I'm not exactly sure what happened, or I don't know anything about the accusations. I just remember hearing about it. But I don't know. Something like this, I couldn't tell you what the fuck's going on with him. I read through his documentation, I read through his like Google Doc he sent out. And from my understanding is that like he had a relationship with someone and that person's making accusations about him, which if true, that throws a lot of suspect at the person, because so you've obviously had a relation. I don't even know what the fuck to talk about with this guy. So I like him. I quite liked his content. He seemed to have a lot of fun friends. Unfortunately, it seems like a lot of his friends have kind of started distancing themselves from him, which I can't imagine being a nice thing to feel like. Like not, I don't know. Like I've seen like videos of him talk about like some of the jokes he made from in like Dragon Ball and Hellsing Abridged. And he's pretty regretful about him. And I don't know, I can't speak on the guy's character. I'm literally just a person who's seen him a bunch. I've just seen some of his content, but I don't know, it doesn't seem, I don't know what the fuck he could do. I'm not even sure about the accusations being aimed against him. So I can't speak much of it. It's just, I don't know. It feels very much like, it feels very much like a, what would you put it? It kind of feels like someone, it just feels like drama. I don't know how to feel about it. It's because I don't know how the guy's character off stream, but on stream he seems like a very honest person. To be fair, that's fairly deceiving. I think a lot of people thought that like Mr. Beast or Jimmy apparently was a decent person. Like he did a lot of things to help out the a once strong wooden hull broken against the shoreline, stern completely beached. Try inside the stern, pull in closer. Counter deck. Rex, look around. I suppose I bring it up. Like, I'm the one who brought it up, so obviously I might have something to say about it. I really don't. It's just... I don't know. I wonder if anyone can tell me more information about it. Says I've seen way too many times of like person I think is sympathetic and is actually a nice person. Like I think one guy, I forget his name. It's not Delirious, but he was a very similar creator to Delirious. Did a lot of YouTube or not a lot of Minecraft stuff. With what was it? Sky does Minecraft. And I remember hearing back in the day saying that he was dating someone younger than him apparently. Or they started their relationship at a very large age gap. Which again, I don't know. I don't even remember what the fuck this was. But it was just like, I don't know. YouTube drama is so hard to like parse out, especially when you're a viewer. I can imagine, especially if you're like a content creator, it's also extremely hard to parse out because you kind of like, I know this guy, but if what they're saying is true, I need to protect me. Ooh. Wish I had a camera. It's one of those things where it's like you need to protect yourself, your brand, your persona online, which is a scummy way to think about things, but hey, it's a life a lot of us live. But I can only imagine like people hearing about this stuff and thinking, do I stand by someone I know that I've known for a while, maybe be wrong and have to pretty much scrap or pretty much kind of like distance myself then, or do I don't know. I find YouTube drama to be just such a hard thing to parse through, and it's oftentimes never clean. I mean, nothing in this life is ever as clean as people let it out think it should be. Which is unfortunate, but that's the world we live in. To be fair, another creator that I watch, named Papa Mutt, he oftentimes has a saying that is, what is it? Clout rots the mind, which I 100% agree. I think clout rots the minds of the best people out there. Yeah, clout definitely rots the mind, but I don't know. Great. That's one thing I definitely agree on, though, is that clout does rot the mind. It's just like the idea of, like, being popular can, like, one, it is a stressful situation to be in, because now you went from, like, a rando on the internet to being not so rando on the internet, and people know you. Which kind of makes the whole world, like, not work against you. But it makes the world scrutinize who you are. And oftentimes the internet doesn't forget, so they just kind of bring up all the horrible things you might have done as a younger, more dumb person. Which I don't... Do I agree that, like, some people, like, we should be held accountable for what we do? Yes. But if it's years down the line and they've obviously learned from their mistake, I don't see the reason to lambast someone for something, or canceling someone for something that they something they did years ago. But then there also comes into question, well, what if they did that today? Which is a valid question. What if they do it today? What if they do it now? It's a valid question, but it's also kind of a not useful one. Like, yes, if someone way back in the day says something horrible to someone, it would still mean that this person said that horrible thing. I don't know what point I was trying to make. But yeah. Being a public figure, especially a popular one, is always never as wonderful as it might be, but also I think power goes to people's heads. The idea that you have millions of people watching you will go to your head no matter who you are. Well, maybe not go to your head, but it will alter your perception of what is and isn't good. Not good. What is and isn't, like, something normal people do. I don't know. think once I get her over there, I will stop the stream for the night, just because I'm getting tired. I'll probably see everyone Tuesday. I might stream Tuesday, so who knows? We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think the point I'm trying to make is that I think power doesn't corrupt. Power and popularity don't really corrupt you. It just makes you more you. And if it turns out that you are a shitty person, then you just are a shitty person. It's kind of the whole thing of I think people often say absolute power corrupts absolutely, which is fair. I think power does have save me sore eyes. What happened? Washed up here, must have been 2 weeks ago. We were in rough seas when a wave hit this broadside. It jostled overboard and swept away. I thought the crew would have come back for me, but not by now. But yours is the first ship I've seen pass through. Did the boys send you to look for me? No. Oh, well, I'm sure they're out there looking anyways. Can you get me a little marrow, stranger? Be able to catch... I should be able to catch them there when they stop next. Oh, another person. Sure. I don't know why I'm on this topic. I think it's just the idea of... Yeah, it was my stream of conscious going from the whole thing with Tripitaka, the way like power and public perception can kind of warp people's view of you and the view of yourself That probably doesn't make any sense. And I find it interesting how that can work sometimes. Also kind of horrifying because I am a streamer and that could be me one day, which I don't know how I feel about that. I think it'd be nice to have like a small community around me, but I don't want anything more than that. It's just not my type of thing to be a mega popular like Iron Mouse and not talk to anyone. I'm not gonna have enough room. Which I suppose... I don't know what point. I'm battling. I'm tired. And... Yes. This'll do. Thank you, fella. Give me a short while and to get things built here. You're welcome to come back anytime. She reaches into a toolbox and pulls out a handful of components. Take these. Mighty kind of you, stranger. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. Just remember, everyone. I know times are rough with everything that's happening in the current political sphere and with how people are in general. I know things are rough. Trust me, I know. Just know that at the very least you have a pumpkin on the internet rooting for you, and wishing you well. Be safe. Love you all. Have a wonderful night and a wonderful day and many more to come. Be safe. Now,